Well, hello everyone. Hang on a second. I see another thing I need to fix real quick. And that ain't gonna be a real quick fix. Oh man. Okay. We'll have to do it here on the fly. Hang on. Okay, so that title is updated. Hang on, I'm going to just quickly update it on the timer here. Otherwise, we're going to get into some trouble here with people thinking, oh, we're flying to 747 again. There we go. All right. Well, welcome aboard Flying with Mike today. Sorry for all that drama there. We are in the midst of starting a second flight. How about that? We just finished a 4.5, 5 hour flight from Thailand to India, and now we're going to crank up about an hour flight to O'Hare, and we're going to do it in the 727. Really wanted to do this in the 767, but there's just too many issues I'm having with it to even dare to do that. So we're in X-Plane 11. So those that got to enjoy the weather over India and coming out of Thailand, well, you're going to get a slightly different look at clouds here. This is X-Plane 11. X-Plane 12 has been evolving what they call these volumetric 3D clouds, volume to them, and they're really looking good in 2.0, especially with Beta 6 and a whole bunch of other neat things that have come along to this point, and many more to come. But this is where I started, X-Plane 11. 727 was one of my first purchases. Unfortunately, the 767, and really unfortunate, the A320. Two airplanes right now, the last two that are, I'm not sure they're gonna how they're gonna come out. Hopefully, Flight Factor can figure out all the issues. So we're going to enjoy X-Plane 11 here. We are sitting on the deck here at St. Louis. We're going to O'Hare, and we're in the FlyJSim 727-200 freighter. Don't think you're going to see a lot of razzmatazz with this plane, although there really wasn't a lot of razzmatazz other than what at the time when it came out, the new stuff like the APU. That was new. Folks, that was never on another plane. Now, you all can sit there and go, the 707 had them. Not until this plane. This was the first plane to actually have an operable APU. And it's kind of hard to tell you where it's at because it's not where you think back in the tail. There's no room back here, folks. 3 engines. I hate to break it to you, no room. So what Boeing did, hang on a second. Yeah, we'll leave it. It ain't going to hurt. That isn't going to hurt. They put it right there where you see the open rectangle above the landing gear there. Yeah, it's in the left or right front of the wheel well. Ouch. Oh, that cough hurt. Anyway, so that's where they put it, and you'll see the intake. And when the APU is running, you'll see the exhaust right here to help point you in the right direction. But yeah, this is the 727. Now, I still need to plan this flight. And you know what? Let's use SimBrief and let's all do it together. That way we can learn even more. So let's plan a flight. Come up here. Now, if you have a flight and you've generated a flight plan, you can click load last SimBrief plan. If you don't, come here. And up here, we'll put KSTL, KORD, KORD. And here are current flights that are operating in and out of there. Or, I forget the number on this one. Hang on a second. 208 FE. Sorry about that. Oh, I forgot the numbers. November 208. And what it's looking for is aircraft in your hangar, so to speak, fleet with SimBrief. And Sim Toolkit. All right, call sign for today. What did we think of? Oh, no, we haven't. 811. FDX. 30 May 21. What is our current GP time? 21. Boy, I am coughing really bad right now. All right. Let's go with 2215. We'll use the LIDO, and then for fuel, let's go 5% and 45 minutes. Taxi time, we'll give it 20 minutes. Landing time, or taxi in, we'll give it 10. No passengers, cargo. All right, now FedEx says, really? 727, holy mackerel, 50,000 pounds. Hang on a second. Holy Toledo. Let's try it. 50016. Departure runway, stand by. New flight. Just do this. What I'm going to do is, I can't, doggone it. That won't work. We'll try another way. Unload. And airport. KSTL. What I'm using is charts. ATIS. Currently, Lambert is using visual approaches to 30 right, 29 for departures. We're going to go 30 left. Yes. Arrival runway. How about O'Hare real quick? Airports. ORD. Weather. ATIS. 27 center. That is, no, we want 28 center. Yes, and alternate. Okay, I don't care. We don't care about that. And let's generate. Okay, what I was using to help me out here was SimBrief. All right, and we can't use. All right, and there you go. That's how you would quickly plan a nice, short, easy flight like this. Then I go to flights, import. There we go. And there you have it. 30 left. Yeah, we know. Uh, we're going to use it anyway. Current, let's take a look here. Flight plan. What are we going in on? BDF. What? Oh my gosh, we're going to have to change the flight plan. Stand by. We got to change it. And unfortunately, that is the bad thing here. Okay, so 28 center. Oh, I know why. Okay. All right, so what happened? It did take a flight plan. That would be probably closer to what a 727 would have flown. However, we want 28 center, and we want it to be, I think the turtle, hang on, unload, edit, delete, yes, import, yes, and the second one. All right, now we're going right. Let me show you why. I didn't even have Sim Toolkit up there to show you. Doggone it. All right, let me go ahead and get rid of it. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, so what we did, we planned 30 left. We're going to fly the LEBOY to CASHN in on the Turtle 6 arrival. Here's what the Turtle 6 looks like. Now, if you do the other one, Shane 2, you line up for the 10s or the 9s. Turtle lines you up for the 2.7s or the 2.8s. Okay. Be careful when you're setting these up because they will throw you and O'Hare will be a stickler. There we go. Got the right flight now. Okay. Okay, so we got everything lined up now. All right, so now let's get in here and start loading the aircraft. First off, let's look at Sim Toolkit. My apology, I keep forgetting to start it when I'm trying to do these things. I would have loved to have shown you how we did it. Just click fly now at this point. There's our route. Got some weather up here in O'Hare to deal with. We'll deal with it when we get there. Okay. No, we're not a PVT 811. I don't know why it did that either. Okay. And I also don't know how we're putting 50,000 pounds of cargo in this plane. Wow. I don't even know if it'll hold it. 27,000. Yeah, we'll be lucky to get there. Mach 0.80. And we're going to load 25,500 pounds-ish of fuel. Weather here in St. Louis, actually not a bad day. 290 at 13 with some gusty winds. Some clouds at 6,000, and as you read there, 25,000, a scatter layer. A beautiful day here. It's 79 degrees. If you were with us with the first video, next week we start pumping humidity in here, but we are still forecasted to stay under 90. Albeit there is a couple days we hit 89, so you know, throw the dice. There's a chance we could push it. Over in O'Hare. All right. winds 280, 10-mile visibility, ceiling at 12,000. Could have some light rain or whatever FU is. I'm gonna leave it right there. Many ways you could take that. So pretty decent day in O'Hare. And we'll go ahead get this on VATSIM. FDX, good. It for some reason took it right here. 22:15 current time 21, so that's good. Nav, get that data in here. And of course, flying with Mike in here. And flight plans filed. Good deal. Here we go. Connecting FDX 811 722. Connecting. Hey, look at that. We got us a squawk code. 6015. Now, I'm going to real quick, you're going to love this one. The transponder's not down there. Although I'm going to turn the lights up because that's awful dark. Transponder's actually on the overhead. Where'd it go? 6015. All right, we're set to go with the squawk code. Signs are on. Let's get this plane loaded. I think I heard someone come in on Discord. No, I didn't. Just hearing things again. Stand by. Be right back, folks. All right, folks, heard something in the background, thought I'd better go check it. All right, let's load this plane up so we can get up there. Okay, over on the left side of your screen, you're going to see a little box that opened up. You're going to click the airplane image. And because I think we're full, yeah, that really slammed our CG way off. What are we sitting at? Oh, wow, we can lower some of this. All right, there's the estimated 50,000 pounds. Now, we can do a couple things here. I can lower it a little more. Okay, I try to shoot for right in the middle here. All right, now you look over here, it says 47,580, and SimBrief told us to bring it up to 5247. That's right. You can throw stuff underneath too. Okay, it looks like we can haul it. Our maximum altitude right now is 33,000 with a range of 1,000 miles. It's only 300 miles up to Chicago, so actually less than. So far so good. Let's throw 25,500 pounds in the fuel tanks. Okay. Wow. We're going to have to dump fuel if we have to come back, just so you all know. Okay, that looks good to me on the CG and fuel. So we are now loaded. Wow. I'd have never guessed that. Pretty simple, huh? Not like the 7.4 where we had to plan it and then go 2 other apps to actually load, one for fuel, one for the fuselage payload. All right, and it is now checklist time. All right, big thing with this plane is your cockpit, obviously. So we start off with the logbook, landing gear pins, fire warning, overheat, start levers, and a light check. Okay. Pretty simple stuff, right? Just getting windows realigned, sorry. Okay, there we go. All right, so fire check, real easy. First off, there's one up here. Cargo check. Okay, overheats. Okay, and then we'll turn them on. Those of you that know how to make the overheat work here, great. I don't, so we'll just leave it. And I'm trying to think if there was another one. Okay, that test is good. Now we'll come down to the middle, do the one we all know. The fire bell. Okay, and then over on the upper panel, we have an overheat test here. I thought we had some in here. Let's get the Gasper valve on. And finally, over here, we have the fire check of the APU. Now, light tests. This can be time consuming unless you have a system. I just kind of go right in order with them. Same time, I do the tests that are there. Another light bulb. Come down the middle, light bulb, light bulb. Basically, they're pretty easy to find. There are some that are kind of tricky. Even if they're lit, I touch them. And all you're doing is just clicking on them. And if they're not working, it'll tell you replaced. Okay, a lot of them here. and then the majority of them. All right, got this as well, but there's some light bulbs right there. Now, you're going to find some of these sometimes in the wrong place. For instance, when you power back, you're going to see only 2 lights sometimes, and check it. You may actually have a burned out bulb. Okay, pumps on. Okay, those all worked. I can't remember, so sometimes I repeat myself. Good. Final check. Looks like this time, no bulbs out. Okay, cool. All righty. Now, next on the list. Okay, so now we're going to set the FMS up, and I know many of you are going, they didn't use FMS. Actually, they did, but it wasn't until the latter parts of the career of this aircraft. Flight plan, KSTL, KORD. Flight number FDX 811. Now, you are going to have to put a 2 in here. So go here, click departure arrival, execute. Departure. We're going off 30 left. We could go off 30 right. No, nothing wrong with us doing that. And we said the KSHE 5, LEBOY. All right, execute. Now, when you come back to flight plan, you see how it's filled in. All right, now let's go back to our legs. Take a look at this real quick, and I'm going to bring charts over here again. Okay, real quick, coming off the 30s, we're going to go to Walter, and then Connor, KSHE, LEBOY. Okay, now we need our arrival. We're going for 28 center. We're not going to go to vulgar. We're just going to leave it there, but let's look for the turtle 6. What's going on here? Turtle, CASHN, 28. Oh, okay, I did it backwards. But since we had that error, you bet your bottom dollar I'm going to check it. Let's see, CASHN right there. Okay, so let's go to legs. Oops, legs, not NavRad. Next page, and close that off with CASHN because it's a direct. Then we're looking for Vinca, Marco, Trench, Trish, execute. Turtle, Hyrie, Rhino, Giorgio. Monks on the next page. Tony and vectors. Okay. All right, now let's go to the, oh, we don't have that. So let's select 2/8 center. Vulgar, you can see is way out here. We're going to come in on final. So Tony will turn us in nicely. Okay, there we go. And there you have it, folks. We're set up. Where's the ILS? There it is. We're going to meet it at Hazel. Actually, we'll probably be out here by Cohen or Meemaw. But then we'll track in Sika. Sika's the 7-mile fix. Execute. And then out to DuPage and hold. Perfect. I highly recommend, especially these short routes, you do that step. If you don't, you could get hung with the aircraft going back to the starting points and stuff like that. So we're ready to go. All we have left, go back to flight plan, go to VNAV, and according to SimBrief, we're going to shoot for 270. So all of that looks good. Next page, 27, 1, 2, 3, boom. All right, we're ready to go. Are you? Okay, while we sit for a second, let's get the APU fired up. Okay, and we'll get some things set up here for our takeoff. Close enough. And some well, actually, we don't need to worry about frequencies on this departure. It's RNAV. So, but basically for the departure, for those curious, off 30 left or right, heading 303 to 1,100 feet, then a right turn direct Walter, cross Walter above 2,500 feet, depicted route to KSHN. Let's get back here, see if our APU is indeed up and running. Just about. All right, click the generator. We're good. Guess what? We're now on internal power. To get that staircase up, not shift 1, shift F1. We're ready to go. And the altimeter here in St. Louis is, where are you? 29901. I clicked the wrong button. Dang it. My bad. All right, there we go. All right, we got no approach or any kind of facilities. Let's take a look outside. I saw UPS. I don't know where they ended up. If they went to 29, that is a long taxi. All right, let's get ready to rumble. Let's get these engines fired up. What do you think? 20, go. One other thing you can look for is up here where the start valves are, make sure the light is on. But got a good light off. And stable. Let's get number 1 going. I've even been known to start putting generators on immediately just because sometimes that APU gen fails. But with one engine going, just start the gen and you're good to go. We'll show you some click spots here that can help you. There's only really one. There is no auto throttle per se on this plane, so you don't have much to worry about there. Okay, let's fire up the middle engine, number 2. Start valve you saw light up. Number 2. Now technically when these oil pressure lights go out, you see 2 out already, the middle one's about to go out. You can technically crank the other engine. Okay. Waiting for a stable. All right, we're good to go. Now let's get over here and close the bus ties. Get the APU bleeds on. Shut the APU down. Now we're ready to go. Okay, now one thing I did not point out to you as of yet, 2 things actually. Okay, 3 now looking at it. First, here's our performance data. We'll be doing flaps 20 and stabilizer trim for 5.42. Dump time 1 minute 32 seconds. There's our V speeds and so forth. Set bugs. Now for landing, we'll flip it around, but it doesn't tell you how far down the runway. So, you know, for those of you that are critical and needing to know that, well, you're not going to find it in this plane. Set your altitude to 27. Okay, now coming down, again, we use this to load. Here is your options, and GPU and air cart can be attached and detached. Then, if you so choose, you have a maintenance system. If you turn it on, things will fail, and if things have failed, it'll show you what has. Finally, something to keep in the mind if this is your first time flying it. There are checklists. Now, this is editable by you, so you can edit this to what you want it to say. But it gives you the basics for what it takes to get the APU and the aircraft ready to start. Engine start, you need the packs, the galley power off, the packs off, at least 30 plus on the PSI and so forth, and how to do it. Then your before takeoff. Really want to point out this cleared for takeoff. Here's your checks and your checks after takeoff. But down here, this is critical. 97% N1. That's your second row of gauges here in the middle for the engines. That is where you should get the throttles to on takeoff. Once you're airborne, gear up past 1,000 feet, go into what's called climb power. You don't have a button to push here like many of the aircraft we have out there. You physically pull the throttles to N1 92. Give you an idea what that looks like. There's 90, so just above it. Climb out at that. Flaps up by 200, 10,000, 280, 29,000. Hold, Mach hold at Mach 0.78. We're going to cruise at 80. So at 27,000, we're going to nose over and bring the aircraft up to Mach 0.8, which isn't even showing right now. So that'll be up around 300 knots, okay? Somewhere actually above it. So, but I wanted to point this out. This is really critical. So we're going to be climbing at 280 knots to 27,000 feet. When we begin to level over, we're going to look for Mach 0.8. I'll set this little speed bug to Mach 0.8 to give me an idea when the speed reaches it. I control it though, not the airplane. Okay, just so we're, make sure you understand that you're controlling it. The other good thing here is we don't have to put it in altitude select. I thought we did. So that's something else to be mindful of. We'll kind of watch here and see. All right, so let's see. We've got the engines up and running. Let's go back a page. So we need anti-ice pitot heat. Okay, let's get up here and go through it. Pitot heat. Flight instruments are set. Flight controls. We'll check speed brakes down. Stay trim for takeoff. Let's hold right there. Speed trim. That is the only click spot in here. Just click the green. Sets the trim where you need it. Flaps to 20. 4 clicks, by the way. Speed brakes are indeed down. Galley power, is that on? It should be. It is. Flaps are set for takeoff, or, oh, they're not moving because Dodo head here forgot to turn the hydraulic pumps on. Now they're transiting. One more. You can see where you're set on the gauge. Spoilers down, galley power's on, electric power. Fuel heat's off. Correct. Hydraulics set, APU off, pressure set for cruise altitude. We got that 27 and 680. Technically, that should be 28. And we're ready to go. All right. Here we go. We're going to power back. In a moment. In a moment. Hold the brakes. Make sure everything is set. It is. Start ACARS. It's a currency flight, so it's always a good thing to have it running. Log in, dispatch. All right, we are up and running, hopefully. We're the only one in the States right now. Cool. And now, brakes off, power up. All right, here we go. Brake is off. Don't use your brakes when you're powering back. Use the engines. Okay, you ready to go? Let's get our before takeoffs done because it actually comes pretty quick. Probe heats on, anti-ice flight controls. Okay, you don't see an aileron. The actual flight control gauge is right up next to the engine gauges on the left, right above the yoke. However, you'll see needles moving now. Okay, with the rudder, there's two needles. If one doesn't move, one of your hydraulics are not set up. Or your flaps won't set either, we found out. All right, we're ready to taxi. Weather radar, we don't want to use. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. EPR bug set, we're ready to go. Transponder to TARA. That way we don't forget. Oh, I got to get the common traffic. I forget it all the time here. $18.5. And St. Louis traffic, FedEx 811 from the cargo ramp, taxiing to runway 30 left for takeoff. One other thing to note about 727s, no electronic engine controls. So be nice to the engines. Don't just shove your throttles floorboard because they will respond quickly. And you could do some damage, which when you lose an engine, that is always never a good thing. Lose too many of them, you begin falling out of the sky. Okay, coming out of Kilo, we'll hit the inner taxiway here and head over to 30 left. Again, hope y'all are enjoying this additional flight as we take off from St. Louis to O'Hare. Just a short 45-minute to an hour flight. Takes a little time though to get things up and going and explain what I'm doing. St. Louis traffic, FedEx 811 departing 30 left. KSHN 5 departure. Okay, 97% takeoff power set. 80. Positive rate gears coming up. All right, we're at 1,100 feet, making that turn. Okay, we are on course. Now let's power back. Flaps are up, gears off, we're good to go. Okay, we are set. Let's check up here. We're good. So I hope you enjoyed that. We are going to throw our clock up here. -47 minutes at our current altitude. I'm going to go ahead. Okay, we're climbing now for 280 knots. All right, set up for 280, and we're headed for flight level 270. Now, a couple of things with this and the 747-200. Always make sure to see altitude select in yellow. If you don't, come down to the autopilot panel. In the 7.2, it's down here where it's hard to see things. Altitude select, arm it. Heading select if you're...
Southwest City 710. Show me about 10 minutes out from... I forgot where I'm going.
Hang on a second. That's almost too nice for me to say something. Sounds like a Southwest Air flight. Anyway, I kind of lost my track there. But yeah, make sure you say those things. Now, if you want heading select, you got to click it there. All this does up here is just what your flight director will show. That's it. And what mode and where, you know, where you are in relation in that bank. Okay, since I'm not seeing it, even though last time I did this, they came up. 127.50. All right, let's take a look. Chicago O'Hare. Yeah, still no ATC. fully expecting, there we go, approach to come up. 19.0. Who knows? Maybe center will come up too. We'll find out. Okay, we're leveling at 27,000 feet here. We'll be starting down almost, well, we'll hold here for a little bit, not much. By Mark, we'll be starting our descent into Chicago, where it happens to be raining. Okay, what did we get? 24,000 at Mark. Okay, we're going to make that restriction mark at 24,000. From there, the turtle 6 tells us turtle at 11. So that's what we'll set. All right, so we're at 15.5, descending for 11 to make turtle at our altitude restriction mark. Also slowed us to 250. All right, so turtle is coming up. We're going to just past it before we drop into 11,000. Wondering when approach is going to ping us here. And it looks like we'll make the restriction at turtle. Now, there is no speed restriction. I'm only enforcing 250 because it's going to help me in the long run. Altitude select, altitude hold is coming on. Okay, next up, Rhino. We have no more speed restrictions or altitudes. So we'll kind of hold here and see what approach wants before we proceed in. To see the differences in the way the clouds look. Chicago approach FedEx 811 just past Turtle, inbound for 28 center at O'Hare.
FedEx 811 Chicago approach IDENT.
Did I understand you needed an ident?
Affirm. Delta 410 turn right heading 360. 360 for Delta 410. FedEx 811 radar contact 40 miles southwest of the O'Hare Airport. The O'Hare altimeter 29074, and you can expect the ILS runway 28 center approach.
Copy the ILS for 28 center and the altimeter. Thanks. FedEx 811.
Yeah, 76 Tango radar contacts the altitude.
76 Tango passing 2,700.
It's 76 Tango, climb and maintain 15,000 and proceed direct Duffy.
15,000 direct Duffy at the 76.
Okay, let's get our descent all set. Auto brake set, cooling doors set, altimeters are set, packs are set. We need to pull back just a
Chicago approach, Southwest 2921.
And
we're
we're
seeing
set.
13,000. We're on the ND6. You're probably right outside your scope. We just want to give you a call.
Yep, I got you now to those 2921. Ident, please.
Do you got us now on radar? On the scope?
Yep, so those, was that 2721? Because it's showing up as 2921.
No, 2171.
Okay, sorry, then I must have picked up the wrong aircraft, or... Okay, yeah, I see both of you guys. Alright, so there's 2171 radar contact. Let's see, about 90 miles southwest of the Midway Airport. FedEx 811, descend and maintain 7,000.
FedEx 811 out of 11,000 for 7,000.
Sounds Tango, request out the cockpit, 10 minutes.
Yeah, 76 Tango. You can switch over to Unicom now. Chicago Center is offline. Radar service is terminated.
Unicom, 76 Tango, thank you.
Good evening, Chicago approach, Emirates 9250 heavy on the ground at O'Hare, northeast cargo, IFR to Dubai.
Was that Emirates 9250 heavy call?
Affirmative.
Emirates 9250 heavy, Chicago departure expect PDC.
9250 heavy.
Delta 410, climb maintain 1515,000.
I maintain 15,000, Delta 410.
All right, we are getting to our altitude. I hope y'all are ready for this. We're going to have...
Approach Orion 1 IFR to McGee Tyson, please.
Orion 1, Chicago departure, expect PDC.
Thanks.
Orion 1, PDC is set, but you can expect runway 27 center for departure.
Thanks.
Southwest 943, we're descending via the MD6 arrival.
Sorry, who was that?
Southwest 94, train.
That was 943, Chicago approach. I don't have you on my scope yet, you're pretty far out, so just continue and I'll call you up. If you want to stay on number frequency, you can.
Southwest 943,
Delta 410, Chicago Center is offline, radar service is terminated, frequency approved.
Unicom Delta 410, thanks for the ATC.
Yep.
Chicago approach, good day, United 1643.
Yeah, the 1643 Chicago departure. Hold position. You're not squawking mode Charlie. Looks like you're squawking standby. So squawk mode Charlie, and I'll get you your PDC in just a second.
Squawk mode Charlie, I'm sorry, sir.
United 1643, squawk 3151, and the PDC should be through.
Squawk 3151, sorry, on ITD 1643.
So that's 2921, are you think?
Yes, sir. 2921. What's up?
So it's 2921. I'm not sure if I already radar contacted you. Did you call or no?
I did. You had me. I did. You said you had both me and 2721.
Roger, thank you. FedEx 811 heavy. FedEx 811 descend and maintain 5,000.
Down to 5,000, FedEx 811.
So it's 2921, the midway altimeter 2976. You can expect the ILS from 31 center bridge.
Alright, we'll expect 31 center, 2921.
And that was 2131. The midway altimeter 2976. Expect the ILS from 31 center.
Expect ILS 31 center.
United 1643, ready to go?
Say again for ITD 1643.
And 1643, are you ready to depart or no?
Ready to departure, 1643.
1643, roger. Turn left heading 180, runway 22 left, clear for takeoff, wind 320 at 9er, gust 18.
Clear takeoff, on ITD 1643.
Okay, he's going to be turning us here soon for the ILS. 5,000 is going to put us in line with Rusco. And we're holding our speed, but we're going to be chopping power when we get told to make the turn.
FedEx 811, turn left heading 360. Maintain 210 knots.
Left turn 360, 210 on the speed, FedEx 811.
Southwest 2921, descend and maintain 5,000.
5,000, 2921.
No wonder.
At 1643, radar contacts the altitude.
Southwest
943, we're at 12,000, descending down to 10,000.
Sorry, that was for United 1643. FedEx 811, turn left heading 300, intercept the localizer.
Left turn 300 to intercept the localizer, FedEx 811.
United 1643, turn right direct Mikey, climb and maintain 15,000.
15,000, was 643.
United 1643, proceed direct Mikey.
Direct Mikey, 190, 1643.
FedEx 811, 1 mile from Mima, maintain 5,000 until established on the localizer cleared ILS, runway 28 center approach.
Cleared ILS 27, maintain 5,000 till established. By the way, we are established.
FedEx 811, looks like you're turning left off course there. Are you sure you're established?
Well, I thought I was till the plane did that. Sorry about that.
FedEx 811, you can turn right heading 300 to rejoin.
300 to rejoin FedEx 811. Something got in there and got me all hosed up. I think I actually might have the runway in sight.
And so those 943, I got you now. IDEM, please. Those 943 Chicago approach.
Southwest 943, we're at 10,000 feet.
Those 943, shows you at 11,000. Set your altimeter 2974 and that's the altitude again.
Southwest 943, we're at 10,000, going down to 10,000, Southwest 943.
So those 2171, maintain 5,000. And Southwest 943, I got you now. Radar contact correction 60 miles southwest of the Midway Airport. The Midway altimeter 2976, and you can expect the ILS runway 31 center approach.
And approach FedEx 811. We threw away the computer. We're hand flying. We're on runway in sight.
FedEx 811, cleared visual approach runway 28 center.
Cleared 28 center, FedEx 811.
At 1643, Chicago Center is offline. Radar services terminated. Frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, 92 643, bye.
Southwest 2921, descend and maintain 4,000.
Alright, down 1,000, Southwest 2921.
All right, we're stable. We'll be landing when they clear us.
Special aircraft information, uniform is Coronado Midway, the altimeter 2973. And FedEx 811, wind 280 at 6, runway 28 center, clear to land.
Clear to land, 28 center, FedEx 811.
So it's 2921, fly heading 090, Victor Savannah.
right, here comes the glide slope, folks. We'll be on the ground here shortly.
Is that for 2171?
Affirm. 2171, maintain 4,000.
Maintain 4,000.
Oh, I need that.
Circles 2921, fly heading 090, Victor Stefano.
What's that for 2921?
Affirm.
Alright, Southwest 2921, Victor Stefano.
And yeah, there's similar calls on their frequency, Southwest 2171 and 2921, so just keep your ear out. So it's 2921, maintain 210 knots, turn left heading 050.
210 knots, left turn. Can you repeat that degrees for me, please?
It'll be left turn heading to 050.
Left 050 for Southwest 2921.
And so those 2171, you can keep the speed up, maintain 250 knots for now, please.
250 knots right now.
So those 2921, turn left heading 350, intercept the low buzzer.
Left 350, intercept the low 2921.
So the 2921 over hills, maintain 4,000 until establishing the low closet cleared eye, left runway 31 center approach.
Establish on the localizer for Southwest 2921. Clear for the approach, Southwest 29, sorry about that.
FedEx 811, welcome to O'Hare. Where are you looking to park today?
Yeah, we're hoping FedEx at the end of the runway.
FedEx 811, roger, taxi to parking via Delta, or correction, you can just take Sierra Sierra and left turn Sierra Sierra.
Sierra Sarah, bleh. Left turn to the FedEx lot. FedEx 811. Ah, where's Sierra Sierra? Oh, that's down here a little ways. Looked like a good landing. We'll check it out here in a minute, as soon as we get in and get parked.
So those 943, just gonna maintain 5,000.
Just gonna maintain 5,000, Southwest 943.
We got the look and glide for Southwest 2921.
So 2921, yeah, you're cleared, so do whatever you gotta do.
FedEx 811's off Sierra Sierra for FedEx.
Over the Midway Tower, Southwest 2921.
Sorry, somebody was saying something about FedEx, I cut them off accidentally, say again.
Just FedEx letting you know we're off 28 center in case you got someone behind me.
Roger, thank you. So it's 2171, fly heading 090, Victor Stefano.
090 Vector to final.
Departure citation 501 Quebec Charlie 220 on the heading level 3000.
So the 2171, thought I said heading 090, turn right heading 090 for now.
Turn right heading 090. Sorry about that. Just having input difficulties. My fault.
Good. So November 501 Quebec Charlie, Chicago departure radar contact. Climb and maintain 1 to 12,000.
Alright, climb maintain 1 to 12,000, citation 1 Quebec Charlie.
Chicago approach, good evening. Delta 1710 with you with uniform looking for a 3-1 center at Midway.
So the 2171, set to maintain 3,000.
Just maintain 3,000 for 2171.
So the 2171, maintain 210 knots, please.
Come in, drone up now.
Sorry, there was an aircraft calling at, was that at Midway?
This is Delta 1710. I just entered your airspace. We're looking to land at Midway, 3-1 center preferably with uniform.
Delta 1710, Chicago approach, IDEN. And so those 2171, turn left heading 350, intercept localizer.
350, intercept localizer.
Delta 1710, radar contact 30 miles northeast of the Midway Airport. The Midway altimeter 2973. You can expect the ILS from a 3-1 center approach. The center maintain 5,000 and fly heading 220.
We'll expect the 3-1 center approach down to 5,000 and heading 220, Delta 1710.
And over 501, Quebec Charlie, proceed direct earned.
Direct earned 1 Quebec Charlie.
And so this 2171 over Gleam, maintain 3,000 until established on the local weather cleared.
All right, let's clear that channel up. All right, we're in O'Hare. That felt like a really, really good landing. It was. Wow, I just caught it on the feed here. All right, let's get on external power. So if we lose the APU, whoops, wrong one. We're covered. And we can also shut down that APU once up and running. So what'd you think? 727 flying today, plus the 747-200. What a great day of flying, retro style. Hope you all enjoyed. And it looks like our packs are on. Hang on a second. I'm going to shut the APU down. Okay, and turning off. All right, let's get that door down in the back and say hello, O'Hare. Yeah, I know. The air stair's a little high. They got some work to do. But anyway, what a great flight. There she is, the 727. Whoops, did not mean to click that. All right, well, let's talk about the flight here real quick. First off, the airline got us, I can't find it, so we'll have to stop. Looks like they got us at 305 feet a minute, 120, slight bank, slight pitch up, and we did a good job on this one. Felt good, landed pretty close to where we're supposed to, I think, and we'll see how that translates out. Checking FedEx here real quick. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All logged in nicely. All right, so we're current for another 30 days here. So welcome into O'Hare. Now let's take a look here. I did not put in anything in. Elevatech doesn't have us, but our friends at Sim Toolkit does. Stand by. There we go. And here it comes for you. All right, so there you see it. Little ickiness here to the weather. Yeah, that is an official meteorological term, icky. Nice short flight. I hope you all enjoyed. About a 2-hour stream for it and about an hour flight. Let's complete it. Okay. Survey says, oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, I already told you that. Yeah, 168 I saw in the feed. So there's what we did. We had our little snafu with the computer here. I don't know what happened. Don't want to know why she did that. But guess what? Because we were coming on the localizer. So I must just wait. Maybe next time I'll wait till we're established, then set glide slope. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second. All right, so we view the details. You all know this from Volanta. An hour, 5-minute flight, 224 on the miles, 4,000 kilograms. Here's where the rubber hits the road. 168 feet a minute at 123 knots. Outstanding 149 Gs. That was a really good one. 1.49. Call it 1.5 Gs. Ooh, those people felt that one real quick. All right, view the report. Oh, it had us for a different runway. 28 left. Oh, well. All right, so we get to do this one on our own. Threshold where we're supposed to start our landing from, going to our left. 500, 1,000 foot mark. That is the aiming point. 1,500, 2,000, slightly past that. And digging down, looks like almost right on the center line, within a couple of feet. So that is a fantastic landing, folks. The only sad thing in the whole equation of landing at O'Hare that far back, that's where FedEx is. That's a long way down the runway. Technically, yeah, we could have came off at Delta, came over, but, you know, hey, we had fun. That's all that matters. Here's Sierra, and all that good stuff. All right, so what a great day of flying. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I sure did. 2 flights, unexpected to most people. The fact that we had a almost 4.5-hour flight to start it, wrap up with a just shy of an hour flight, or a little over an hour. So we had a really good flying day today. I hope you all enjoyed. We started it here on Twitch in Thailand, went to India, and then second flight from St. Louis to Chicago's O'Hare Federal Express. Many of you never heard them called that way. That's what it started as. Soon to become, as the tale says, FedEx. All right, well, I hope you all had a great time, great stream, great turnout. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming aboard. Hawker and company, we sure appreciate you. Hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Maybe, I don't know our schedule yet, but maybe Sunday or Monday for sure. We'll get back in the air with y'all. We're going to try and make this so we can put it on the schedule. May not have what we have in mind, but we will give it to you at least when we think we'll be able to be online. So you have a way to plan. So for now, hey, thanks again for being a part of Flying with Mike. Remember our verse of the day. It is a really a good place to start your day off in the Proverbs of the Bible. There are a lot of great sayings in there that can just help get you going. Many pastors read one chapter of Proverbs every day, and they're going to repeat at the end of the month because there's only like 29, 30 chapters. So something to think about. There's a lot of great wisdom inside the Proverbs. So, and this one today from chapter 3, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your understanding. In all ways acknowledge him, Jesus, God, and he will make straight your paths. Great message to always keep in the back of your mind. Always acknowledge God, and let him help you in those decisions along the way. You may think God doesn't know. God does know, and he wants you to acknowledge so that you're not thinking you're God. God is God. You're not God. So think long and hard over this proverb. It's a really good one. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. In all ways acknowledge God, and he will make straight your paths. Y'all have a great night. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you again on Sunday or Monday or both. You never know. God bless. We will see you then.